Snow is falling all around me. And I'm not singing anymore. You know the words to that. Hello everyone, how you doing? He's alright. Welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. Yes, snow is still everywhere, but that means nothing for us as a channel. We are heading back up to go and see Becky Langley's Newcastle United Women side face Merseyrail today. If we bring up the league table here, Newcastle are currently sitting in third in the league table. Newcastle have had a couple of FA Cup games. Of course, it's very, very tight, and remember, only the top position gets promoted. There is no playoffs in this league. Newcastle play Merseyrail, who are sitting second bottom, so you would think it would be an easy afternoon for Newcastle. Let's hope it is. Let's get on the road, and I'm going to meet Johnny. We've got all the interviews coming up later on, as well as the vlog. As I make my way up the A1, the girls play Kingston Park. Of course, they have played at Druid Park and St James's Park this season, but you know, if you want to get yourselves along in the future, it's £3 for an adult and £1 for a child, and there's a metro just literally within a quarter of a mile of the stadium, so get yourselves along next time.
2,700. It's now only 2,000. Man, not the best. Afternoon. How you doing?
Right, so you can see the girls are lining up there. Let's take a look how the lineup is shaping up today. So in goal, you've got Grace Donnelly. Great to see Daisy Burt, who was back in right back. She was unwell last week. Of course, you've got Kira Skelton at left back, who's been very impressive this season. Emma Wallace will play centre back alongside Potsy. And then in the middle, you've got Ellie Dobson, who's back from feeling unwell herself. Beth Guy is actually unwell as well, so Jill Oyos will come back in to replace her. And then, of course, you've got in the 10, Georgia Gibson. It looks like Millie Bell will play on the right wing, Kacie Elson on the left, and then up top, you've got the goal-scoring machine, Katie Barker. So as you can see, we're in the press box. I just want to get a little bit behind the scenes here. Johnny, what you're up to?
So what I normally do is prepare by writing notes as the game goes and writing the team news. So normally I'll try and guess the team. Waste of time today. Because there's a couple of players that you normally expect to play aren't playing today. So just writing a few bits and pieces and just to prepare. My granddad always says have everything down in writing so you not forget it. So just a couple of bits and pieces. So it makes it a bit easier for us later on when we speak to Becky and the player. So it'd be nice to see them get a win before the end of the season, end of the Christmas break.
I don't know what the handwriting is, but it makes sense to Johnny anyways. But as you can see, the girls are training. We are 10 minutes away from kick-off, everybody. 10 minutes. Well, let's find out where Becky is. Where is she? There she is. She must be feeling the cold today if she's got that hat on, Becky. She must be freezing. She's even got the gloves on. Oh, Becky, man, you're a northerner. Right, we're going to show you some more behind-the-scenes stuff because, as I mentioned, we get press passes here, which we are very, very thankful for the club for giving us that. And this is what it looks like. So Johnny's got one on as well. There's Johnny's. But that's what they look like. That's what we get given every game, and also they're quite similar to the first team games at St James's Park as well. Johnny's gone for coffee. I think it's cold.
And 24, Daisy Burns.
Buy a cup of tea, walking up. What's the one thing you don't want to do? Drop hot water on the fingers. Literally, I don't know how I didn't swear. There was like 4 kids. I was like, oh, hard work, man, hard work.
Make some serious sound, get loud, get proud, for your home side, your lasses, your Newcastle United Women!
Dobson again. That's it. Dobson. Ref looking at here, Lee.
Goal for Newcastle United Women, scored by number 11, Kacie Elson.
Apologies, I missed the second goal because I was deleting something off the camera. Great goal by Kacie Elson. Cuts in on the wing, bang, top corner.
Kingston Park, it's Newcastle United Women 3, Merseyrail Ladies 10.
So half time, Newcastle Women are comfortably winning this game, which we did predict. But take a look at this. Take a look at this. We're kind of cheating a little bit because the World Cup finals on today, and it's something you don't really want to miss, do you? So we've got the game on, whilst we've got the other game on. All eyes on the tune though, all eyes on the tune. So the game is on. Johnny's got himself some sweets. Explain yourself.
You know, you just fancy some sweets. Just went for it, but not a bad little setup. This is it. What's the women win football matches? World Cup finals. So hopefully Messi does the job. And if these sweets as well, these are a personal favourite.
Oh, great ball. Get it. Fourth assist again. They need a Dalton article. God bless them. Oh, what a save. Come on, cross it in. Get it, Katie.
Goal number 9 for Newcastle United Women and a hat-trick for Newcastle's number 9.
Go on, Daisy. Great save.
Official attendance today here at Kingston Park, 356. Thank you very, very much for your wonderful support for today and of course throughout this season so far. We'll be back in January. Of course, details of our next month fixture. Keep your eyes peeled.
Right, everybody, so just the 9 goals for Newcastle, just the 9 goals. 9-0 winners here at Kingston Park. A massive boost to the goal difference and a lot of confidence for the forward-thinking players. A lot of players got grab and braces, Katie Barker with the hat-trick. But Johnny is going to grab 1 or 2 people for interviews. Take it away, Johnny.
Becky, the perfect way to end 2022.
Yeah, brilliant way to end. It was, the conditions are absolutely freezing. I never wear hats and I've got one on today. So, yeah, absolutely tremendous from the players. Their effort, especially in the second half, clinical with their finishing. And to see Katie Barker get a hat-trick is just, a brilliant way to round off 2022.
Yeah, the first 20-30 minutes it was quite tight. Even though you were in control of the game, you just couldn't break Merseyrail down. But when you got that second goal, that was kind of when you kind of knew that the game was won. But how do you keep the girls motivated at that point?
Yeah, I think we've just got to keep setting targets. Our target today was to score 5 goals and we've exceeded that, which is brilliant. And we were looking for those, those corner flag runs, those aggressive runs in behind that we see on the men's match day. And I thought Georgia Gibson made some brilliant runs in behind, and the little finishes from Kacie today were just outstanding.
Georgia Gibson was absolutely phenomenal today. Like, her set pieces were phenomenal, and just the 4 assists, just the 4. She was a bit lucky not to get a goal. Why is she so vital for this team?
Yeah, she's a class act, and we said to Georgia on Thursday when we were watching some of the video analysis back, she has the potential to be one of the best players in this league, if she's not already. So yeah, her set pieces, her delivery's brilliant, and we've worked really hard on the set pieces stuff in freezing cold weather to make sure we're getting those 4 runs in the box, and that we're attacking them and we're getting that first contact. So it was really pleasing to see some of those corners come off today.
You mentioned early on Katie Barker getting a hat-trick. How much confidence will that give her going into 2023?
Yeah, it was the nature of the goals as well. They were really confident strikes. That one where she's took a touch and quick little touch and then smashed it bottom corner is absolutely brilliant. But Katie's a fantastic player. I think her contribution to the game, regardless of scoring or assisting, is always so high. She presses with so much intensity, and she plays every single game with a heart on her sleeve. So yeah, I'm just so pleased she's got the reward today.
It was really interesting to see the midfield, because obviously Jill and Ellie being in the midfield, it might be the first time they've probably been together in a proper game. Yeah. Obviously with Beth being unwell. What did you want from them two in particular? Because it was probably nice to see a bit more of Jill, because I thought she was very similar to what Beth normally brings to the team as well.
Yeah, obviously Beth was poorly this morning, so she's been poorly the last couple of days, so we were hoping she'd be okay. But Gillian and Ellie did really well. They were playing in that kind of double pivot, giving us that protection in front of the back 4, but also giving us that energy, and we wanted them to move it quicker in the first half. They were taking a touch and seeing the picture and then just taking a second and third, and we wanted it to be a little bit more confident and quicker, and like speeding up the time between touches, if that makes sense. So yeah, we were opening up spaces in wide areas, and it needed to kind of be that in pass and the set one and then the through to actually penetrate. So yeah, I thought we broke that back 4 of Merseyrail down really well. Credit to Merseyrail, they've been great people, and they're just loving the experience here at Kingston Park, and I'm just hoping they can enjoy it after and not be too disappointed about the result.
No, I'm sure they won't be. Charlotte Potts also, you tried her in midfield today. Was that always the plan?
Yeah, it was. It was something myself and Lloyd had spoken about en route in and into the stadium today. And you know, Potsy wants to be further up the pitch. She wants to be involved. She likes to show her presence. And yeah, she was good in midfield. That doesn't come as a surprise because she's a really good technical player. So yeah, it's something we'll explore further in the season.
We've also seen through the week that there was a visit to the local hospital earlier in the week, and it was lovely to see, obviously, yourself and the men's team interact with, obviously, the people in the hospital. What was it like? Because it was something different to what probably your normal day-to-day job with being the manager.
Yeah, it's absolutely heartbreaking to see the kids in the hospital. It was brilliant to see both the men's players and the women's players go in and interacting with those kids. Some of those kids are really poorly. They've been in hospital for 4 or 5 months, so just to brighten their day up near Christmas, I think is really important. As a club, we've said we want to actually go and visit them more, and in the summer when they don't get as much get as many people coming in to give them that Christmas spirit. So we want to visit in the summer as well. But I just think, taking a moment to actually recognise the work of Newcastle United Foundation. They were big advocates of the women's team before the club came on board, and I thought a lot of their work was actually football coaching in schools, but actually 3 members of staff are going in 3 days a week to actually work with the children on the RVI, in the RVI, sorry. So, they're doing stuff like little sports activities, they're getting people out of bed, they're getting them happy and bringing a smile to their face. It's just credit to the work they're doing in the RVI. So, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, fantastic. So I'd wish you and everybody connected to the women's team a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as well.
Thank you. Cheers. Happy New Year, everyone.
Right, everybody, so I'm just inside. God, it's freezing. That was Johnny speaking to Becky Langley, but Newcastle have absolutely thumped Merseyrail 9-0. Let's check on the league table for you, everybody. So Durham have won, Newcastle have won, so it looks like it's going to be one of the North East teams currently at the moment, but the league is still very tight, as you can see. You remember, as I was saying at the start of the video, only the top team will go up in promotion. Becky Langley wants it, Lloyd wants it, all the players want it. So it's very, very tight heading into the new year. Newcastle are out with all the cup competitions. The league is the focus. The aim is to go up. So we'll be there home and away, of course, on the channel, cheering on the lasses. Oh, it's cold. It's really cold. Yes! That's it. Messi's done it. Right, everybody, that is it. Great to sit with the girls watching the World Cup final with Johnny as well. Argentina have won it. Team Messi all the way. But that is it. Newcastle women have put 9 past Merseyrail today. I hope you've enjoyed the vlog and the interview with Becky as well. See you later, everyone.